Hey girl, hey, it's Mickey. Oh wait, let me close the door. Even though no one's home. And even if he was, I have a roommate, and like if I sunk into quicksand and never breathed again, he wouldn't know. Like we never talk. I don't know why. He's nice, I'm nice, but he's never here. I'm fine with it. So this past Saturday, I went to a family wedding, which I think I caused and just made it like a disaster. But I went with Danielle, and it was fun. Like the wedding was like the actual wedding was a little weird because it was in like a church, and like they talked about dying and God more than they talked about like my cousin getting married. And I was just like, oh, like at my wedding, which will not be in a church, but I'll have it like all about me, and not just because I'm like self-centered, but because like it's my wedding. Like don't talk about dying at my wedding. Talk about like my husband dying so I can get like, you know, all that money when he dies, you know? Like not me, not yet. Not yet. Anyway. So we were at the reception, and I was totally decked out in a bunch of pink. Danielle was decked out in a slutty dress. We looked good. My cousin Megan looked like Miss Scarlet from Clue. She looked phenomenal. And, you know, we're drinking at first, and then all of a sudden, my one cousin Monica's friend, Mandy, comes over, and she's like, dude, the bar is closed until after dinner. And me and Danielle were like, like, we, like, didn't know what to do. And the bar just closed for, like, 2 hours, and, like, all we had was, like, white Zinfandel, which was unbearable, and it tasted like vinegar. And we were just like, oh. Like, at our wedding, we are gonna make sure that, like, the bar is open 24/7, and that, like, we constantly have shots. Like, I know I want to wake up in the morning and be like, what the fuck did I do? What is this on my finger? What is this cheap Walmart ring on my finger? Yeah. And, so we were at the wedding, and there's this one aunt that I've had who's, like, talked a lot of shit about my mom. And she's also talked, like, she's called me a faggot since I was, like, 6. So this bitch is just, like, a train wreck. She's, like, Courtney Love with, like, black hair. And, I just can't stand her, and I saw her, and I was like, oh my god, dude, I'm surprised she's standing. And, like, she always talks about how, like, she rolls with celebrities, and she, you know, meets them all the time. And, like, it's like, bitch, you work at the United Center, you hold the door open for Bon Jovi as he walks through the back. And then after you do that, you sell fucking cotton candy, and you walk around going, cigars, cigarettes, cocktails, like, there's a big difference from meeting a celebrity than holding the door open for them. Who does she think she is? Who? Like, and then, oh my goodness. And then, like, the whole entire time, she's at the wedding, like, staring at me and my friend Danielle, and just staring with those beady eyes that scream like cocaine. And, you know, that evil smile with that snaggle tooth she got, and those, like, crooked yellow teeth. It's like, and, I was just like, there's no way in hell that this bitch is gonna look at me like this. When she looks like that, when her daughter looks like Chris Crocker, and her son looks like Rob Zombie, there's no way that it's gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So, oh my god, I totally forgot that, like, Rob Zombie and Chris Crocker, well, my cousins, are, like, only, like, a few years older than me. Ugh. Okay, and so she was just staring the entire night. I was telling Danielle, like, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something. And everyone was like, oh my god, like, don't say anything because it's between, like, her and your mother. But, no, if someone, like, I mean, granted, me and my mom hate each other, and, like, we will never get along, and we don't even talk, but still. I know that if anyone else out there, like, saw, like, their parents getting harassed, or, like, you know, they would stand up for them, I'm assuming. But you know what? She's also talked a lot of shit about me, too, so, hey, whatever. So as we're leaving, you know, after we got done dancing and having a blast, and, you know, someone actually came out to Danielle at that wedding reception. I will not say who, but it is a member of my family. And people always come out to Danielle for some reason. Danielle has this, like, magnet on her that's, like, gay, 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 and people will just come out to her like it's nothing. Alright, anyway, so we're leaving, and I'm just like, Danielle, I'm gonna do it. Wait 1 second, I need a drink. Beggars still. Tracy, I miss you. Yeah, people are gonna, people are gonna think Tracy's dead. And so as I'm leaving, I'm just like, hey, Aunt Debbie! And she looks with her, like, you know, little, whatever the fuck she has in her mouth. And I'm just like, fat bitch! And, you know, that's when she's like, fuck you, faggot! Giving me the finger back. And then it was just on, and I really don't remember what I was saying, or what even happened. All I know is that Danielle was, like, grabbing me like this with one hand and was, like, pulling my weave with another. And, you know, to quote Danielle the next morning, she's like, it was like holding a black girl back from a fight. So, you know, it's pretty crazy, but it's been like, what, like 10 years holding a grudge? And I will hold a grudge against you for 10 years if you were mean to me as a child when you're like an adult crack addict. And then my one uncle and aunt started yelling at me, and I didn't know why. I think it's because they were hanging out with her all night, and it's like, all I will say to that one is birds of a feather flock together. And other people were telling me that it was funny, and that nobody likes her anyway. The bitch has not been around in 10 years. They only come to weddings. That is the only thing that they go to. And the last wedding was like 10 years ago. And that's when they were there. So, hello, dumbass. The next time I see her, I hope it's at her funeral. Anyway, no, I won't go. I'll be nice. I won't go. So that was basically just a wedding, and I hope no one's mad at me in my family, but I don't think anyone is. No one cared, really. But I had fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed this story of it. And then after the wedding was just fun. I think we saw Caitlin. I was drunk, though. Then we went, and I remember, like, kind of passing out in someone's garage. And that was a fun night. And then I had a dream that me and my friend Christian were, like, running through a jungle, and he was covered in blood, and he was, like, carrying me as I was, like, crying. And then we jumped into a waterfall. Crazy ass dreams. And I could not get to bed at all in Danielle's bed. It needs to be bigger. And that is it. So until the next time I totally have to bitch, I'll let you guys know. But until then, stay sweet and stay safe, later dickheads.